In this demonstration, I'm going to show you how to sew a cast-off edge to a selvage or side edge. And because a knitted stitch is not square, you will have to ease the rows into the stitches. In most structures, including stocking stitch, this is what you will have to do. So first of all, I'm going to show you where you put the needle on the cast on edge. So I'm just going below the cast off edge. I'm just going below the cast off edge with the needle and putting it under one whole stitch. Can you see there's two like legs there? And two legs making an open V shape is one stitch. On the selvage side edge, I'm going to put my needle between the edge stitch and the second stitch in. And if I dig my needle down in that gap between those two stitches, there is one bar for every row. So I'm going under stitches on this side and under rows on this side. Now you'll have to set up a sequence which is right for your fabric, but on stocking stitch, the sequence of going under one whole stitch each time to one row, two rows, one row, two rows generally works, but you might have to tweak it for your individual project, depending on the stitch structure. So I'm going to come in right underneath the cast off edge here, bringing the needle through from behind, so the yarn is coming under the whole of the edge stitch. Okay, then I'm taking my needle across to the selvage edge, finding that very first bar and sliding my needle underneath that bar. Okay. Next, I put my needle into the same gap where the yarn's coming out of and slide it under one whole stitch. Remember, it's two legs. Okay. Then I'm going to put my needle in to the same gap on the opposite side and go under one bar. Back to this side, needle in, under one whole stitch, and then this time it's under two bars or two rows, just to ease those two pieces of fabric together. Then you pull tightly on both ends and the seam begins to close up. Then you're repeating that all the way to the top, so it's one stitch, one bar, one stitch, one bar, one stitch, two bars. Once you've done a rotation of that repeat, pull the two ends of the yarn firmly and you'll see that seam beginning to close up. Do it once more. Needle in, under one whole stitch, needle in, under one bar, needle in, under one stitch, needle in, under one bar, needle in, under one whole stitch, needle in, under two bars. Pull on both ends, the tail and the end that you're sewing up with, and you'll see that that's starting to seam together really nice and neatly. if you find that this sequence does not work for the fabrics that you are sewing together, then you'll just need to tweak the sequence until it works for you.